the GSL Code S. In the bottom right, he lost early on with that drop and then was then unable to stop the push there from Maru. He is
My Insanity JAGJI.
And in the bottom left, we have our player very young but very deadly. He is
Maru Prime.
Okay.
Talk to me, Artie.
Well, we do have the gas source for JOGUNSHOP. But aside from that, tasteless. Oh, it looks like that's going to be Command Center first. Okay, anyways.
Look at this APM difference. 300. Okay, now
Maru's going Command Center first, man. He's just chilling. He's like, well, I'll queue up these SCVs, and he just sits there and watches.
Changing his song on YouTube he wants to listen to while he's playing.
Just checking the forums. He's like, oh, yeah, I did play that well. Thank you. Well, I mean, it's been a fun day for me. I've been playing some Starcraft this morning, and did meta last night. Lots of Protoss talk last night.
I didn't get to see meta last night. How was it?
It was really good, man.
If you guys haven't seen meta, by the way, it's definitely a show worth checking out that Artosis hosts.
Yeah.
I've been actually marathoning through Breaking Bad.
Yes. Are you almost done that?
I am halfway
for
through
you?
season 5.
Okay.
Halfway through season 5.
You need to finish that up. I watched.
And then I played a Hearthstone after that patch reset.
Really good patch for that game.
Yeah. I'm actually happy and also sad that Twilight Dragon was nerfed.
Well, it should have been tasteless.
Well, it shouldn't have been for my deck, man. I was not losing games with that card.
Well, I'm sorry for you, tasteless, but it's better that way.
Be sorry for me.
I will be. You got to
we
finish up that Breaking Bad, though.
Yeah, I will. I'll probably be done by Monday or Tuesday, I think.
We got to be able to discuss. It's a very good ending. I actually was like 5 episodes behind or 6 episodes behind because I've been traveling a lot recently.
Right.
Watched them all in one night. It was awesome.
Excellent. I think I watched 5 in a row last night.
Wow.
And then I'm like falling asleep in front of my computer. I'm like, okay, I gotta get to bed. So,
JOGUNSHOP is grabbing a second gas here, tasteless. So this is going to be some pretty powerful aggression against Command Center first into 2 racks, into 2 gas. So we're going to see a lot of Marines made by Maru. Will he get an engineering bay? Because, like, let's say that he blindly grabbed a couple turrets. The amount of good that would do him would be, well, it would be quite a bit of good, tasteless.
It would definitely put him in a good position.
It's the problem could be here if, for instance, JOGUNSHOP decides to just micro his Banshee with Cloak, which it looks like he's going for here, against. Yeah, it's exactly that. If he just micros that nonstop against Marines and just kites them and follows up with a tank Marine push, that's something that's really, really hard to end up stopping. But he's flying a building away, so he's not going to go for that. He should be going for Command Center quite shortly here.
We have a free.
Oh wait, no, never mind. He actually he flew that into his natural and he landed it, and he's making an add-on. So actually, he very well could be and probably is going for that. In fact, landing that over there hides this because you scan, you don't see the factory. Like, oh, okay, he's probably not going for that tank Marine follow-up. But in fact, he is.
So JOGUNSHOP's going to try to end this very quickly. Maru, which Maru doesn't do this as often, but when he has done it, it's worked out fine. Okay, and see, he's going to scan and see that there's no factory with an add-on. He may be suspicious, probably not. But Maru is going to have a solid position in the mid-game, a little bit after the mid-game. Whereas JOGUNSHOP doesn't even want the mid-game to occur.
Yeah, and the mid-game is probably not going to occur. He's going to get his way one way or another, tasteless.
Yeah.
This is going to be like a super powerful push. Now, you know, normally you fly the Banshee and you're like, well, top priority SCVs. In this case, I would argue that he wants to hit Marines a bit more.
I agree with you 100%.
If he can reduce that Marine number, his follow-up attack is going to be so strong.
And this is one of the rare moments where an army takes priority over workers. Now, he may attack these SCVs and try to get the Marines to come out, but the moment that happens, he will start focus firing Marines.
Of course, killing SCVs is very useful as well. It's going to hiccup all the production as well, which reduces the Marine count.
Here's what he wants.
Yeah, this is That's nice. Already taking out quite a few Marines. Saving it and forcing a mule out, forcing him into turrets that aren't going to help against Marines and siege tanks.
Now, he is microing the hell out of this.
This is what's so important, Tasteless. Like, oh my god, he is killing off so many Marines right now. There's 5 Marines, 6 Marines out right now. That's the army of Maru. Whereas it's 2 Banshees, 2 siege tanks, and 11 Marines. This is gigantic right now for JOGUNSHOP. I think he's just going to straight up get a kill here.
I think you are 100% correct. This is going to be really, really tough here for Maru to hold. Now, bear in mind, let's just say some disaster occurs here, and JOGUNSHOP loses his army. He right-clicks into the base instead of attack moving or something. Maru should then win with the econ advantage, but right now, this army is looking pretty frightening. In fact, I would almost say Maru might want to evacuate this location shortly.
You know, I have to agree with you there, Tasteless. This is going to be very hard, but he does have a siege tank coming out, and he's the one making Vikings, not Banshees, so he can gain air control here, which could allow his siege tanks to push JOGUNSHOP out. That's what he's got to be aiming for, and this is why he's repairing this bunker. He's got to hold this position for now. It's so tough, though. Oh, my God.
And he's got the siege tank up in a really good position over here. Oh, actually, this is really bad for JOGUNSHOP. He cannot afford to lose that tank.
And, oh, the missile turret plus the Marines coming in. Loses 2 of those Banshees.
He didn't kill that tank. 1 HP
you know,
remaining.
Him moving his tank into siege tank range changed this entire situation around Tasteless. This is looking way better for Maru than
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The second tank is in siege tank range as well.
Oh man, absolutely brutal. Look at that, his Marines going over. Maru is going to end up holding this Tasteless.
Well, hold on. He actually lost a bunch of Marines there. He's going to have to live.
Oh,
he should be able to reclaim this, but
he's... I believe he has a second siege tank about to pop out. Yeah, he does. So he's not going to be broken.
If he just inches up here, he might want to use the command center to spot. Oh, I guess he has the Vikings. Never mind. But I mean, right now, guys, the whole point was that JOGUNSHOP was not just supposed to get this base to relocate. He was supposed to get all the way up the ramp and actually kill off Maru. But with that well-placed siege tank from Maru, there's not a lot that JOGUNSHOP could have done other than just get his tanks out of that range there. And I think he's actually going to go try to drop inside of JOGUNSHOP's base now.
The drop is going to be fantastic. He already has stim combat shields and +1 against so little production. This is going to do a lot of damage, I think. Now, very smart JOGUNSHOP rallying his tank into his main as opposed to across the map, because right now the containment force he has is something that can't be broken cost efficiently. Not at this point, at least. So this is... JOGUNSHOP is playing so smart right now.
Yeah, JOGUNSHOP, I gotta say, actually, even to be honest, Artosis, both these guys really playing well. Now he's gonna pick up there. Those are all still injured, and probably drop over here. Now it's actually unfortunate he wasn't able to drop there first, because he could have killed off the SCB making that.
That is true.
And delayed that. By the way, oddly enough, where the siege tank is located, it's going to be, well, could have been a problem, because if he pops out there, the Marines could just shoot it down. Tank's very important right now.
You know, it was a pretty strong hold there by Maru. JOGUNSHOP got his tanks a little bit too close at times, but when we look at the position that they're in right now, this is such a great setup, something so hard to actually break through. This is... JOGUNSHOP's in a great spot.
He is.
He's getting his production going. He's the one that's mining off 2 base just starting now.
He's going to go for a surround here. And he may, after this, go for a counterattack. He's unloaded some Marines onto the low ground, and he has that drop coming back here. He's driving out that Banshee now.
Banshee gonna circle around everything right there, and oh, so annoying. And with that scan, the Banshee does go down. So he's going to have to take this out now, finally, and he is utilizing those the Vikings air support here to see what's going on. Here we go. Stims in, lands the Vikings as well, and he will clear this up.
Now, will a counterattack occur? That's the big question right now. He does have a lot of a massive tank advantage, actually, and he has enough medevacs. He has the luxury of being able to maybe pick up going to the main, meanwhile attacking into the front.
You know, I'm not sure that he can actually break through at this moment. Right now, if we look at it, we have 17 more SCVs for JOGUNSHOP, so that's the big issue going on, plus the fact he's been mining from the second base for a little bit. But also, JOGUNSHOP is going to be in a defensive spot with his tanks. He's down by 1 tank right now and only 3 Marines. This is I don't know that this gets broken, Tasteless.
Well, Maru is banking on this succeeding. I think the
Comet
siege tanks.
Shields.
Yeah. Not quite done, but I think they're going to be done
4
in
tanks,
time.
oh man. 4 tanks
And
with a bunch on the high ground. Ugh.
By the way, Jjakji did a good job not putting a lot of buildings that are going to be in range of the siege tanks on low ground.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Everything's been very well thought through here.
All right, we do have Maru trying to push up, trying to get something done.
Maru needs to turn around. This is not going to work. This is totally not going to work.
Well, you know what? Jjakji is looking really strong. He's still up by a ton of supply. In fact, almost 20. But Maru knows how to get out of positions like this. He's throwing down another command center. He's going to go for the longer game at this point and try to outmaneuver Jjakji, which is, one way that you're going to want to try to win against him. But Jjakji, with this type of lead, he's looking good.
He is. He's
looking
very
poised
strong
to perhaps tie this up, as long as he doesn't make any gigantic mistakes.
We're at the 16-minute marker here, and both players are still on 2 base. And it's funny, this series turned out to look like exactly what we anticipated it to look like, Artosis. They are both very aggressive, trying to do damage to each other early on. A lot of seesaw battles. And it looks like now Jjakji, once again, is going to move out. Now, he may expand here, he may attack. We're going to know in a minute.
Well, it does look like he wants to attack. He never did make that 3rd command center. Has a lot of supply at the moment, but Maru has quite a few siege tanks, so that could be an issue here for him. You have to be really careful when you're trying to skip command centers for a few extra Marines. Now he is dropping there behind the natural of Maru.
All right, now this attack is killing off a lot of SCVs. Not quite enough here to defend for Maru. He picks up now. He's going to go into the main. Meanwhile, Jjakji in position to try to break the center. Maru pulling back.
Jjakji going to claim this center watchtower for the time being. A lot of scans going off on both sides. Siege up from Maru there. In the meantime, we do have this drop going down. Looks like that has been cleaned up.
Now there is a spotter advantage here for Maru, excuse me.
Well, Jjakji has that watchtower as well, so looks like they both pretty much see everything. But that Viking, I would say, is a big advantage pushing medevacs back.
Absolutely. And now he's going to sim forward and try to attack into this. This may be a mistake here for Jjakji. It's hard to say. I think that actually was a big mistake.
It was a nice spread that he was going for, but
I think he didn't realize there were other tanks in the back behind that.
Perhaps. When you're fighting with just Marines against their Marine tank, you better be up more than the supply he was.
Yeah.
But he's still got that big lead. He's up by 30 supply right now. He's got the stronger army. He's got the stronger economy.
Well, again, tension here in the center. The watchtower does still go right now to Jjakji. And Jjakji's supply is considerably higher. Maru has not moved that 3rd command center yet. Oh, that's annoying. He's going to take out the tech lab there. His tank is stuck.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Good thing it's the add-on that builds quickly. If it's a reactor, you feel even worse. So, when is Jjakji going to decide to take a 3rd base? Because looking around, he does not have that 3rd command center, whereas Maru does. At some point, he can land it, and with this type of stalemate in the center, he's not going to get run over or anything. Okay, there you go. Jjakji just now starting that 3rd command. But if Maru lands his pretty soon, in fact, he just lifted off. Looks like he's sending it over right now. That's going to be a big difference.
Yes.
Mining from 3 locations for that much longer.
And there's a small drop up here. He could probably get these reactors here. He's going to go for these turrets while his medevac is getting hit by it.
Trying to take out some SCVs. Pretty good reaction time here. Ooh, taking down those depots that have the call supply. But
obliterated that. 3rd is about to be secured here for Maru.
Maru is truly catching up here, Tasteless. If you look at the actual unit counts that we have, 3 tank lead for Jjakji, 3 Marine deficit, same amount of medevacs, just 5 more SCVs, but the 3rd base already mining for Maru.
Well, here's the other thing, Artos, is I don't think Jjakji can actually break through Maru right now.
Yeah, I don't think either player can break.
So, with a new expansion up and running, it's going to be a problem for Jjakji because Maru will be able to catch up. That was very sloppy by... that was actually surprisingly sloppy by Jjakji, letting that get like a fishing line there. Pulled in.
They had $1 on a piece of fishing line, tasteless.
Yeah, right.
Dragging
they had
it.
a GSL Code S trophy on a fishing line, and then pulled those Vikings right in there. All right, a stem drop over here, and he can target down the orbital. This would be huge.
Oh, this is a big moment, tasteless. The Army is so out of position, killing off a lot of SCVs. Can he get the orbital as well? Right now, he's trying to repair, and he does get it.
Wow.
And he actually got out with about 2/3 of what he brought in. That was huge for JOGUNSHOP. And now
also taking a 4th here.
Okay. Everything was out of position for a
Oh
moment.
my God! He's going to go for some drops over here.
And does some damage on both sides, but no big deal there. The big deal was actually killing that command center plus that many SCVs. And suddenly, you know, as we were talking about Maru catching up, JOGUNSHOP re-secures his lead.
Yeah, it's a 190 supply to 151. Again, just dropping these Marines onto these siege tanks. Splash damage can be used to punish the siege tanks there and anything else around. Now we have the main command center or orbital here lifted off for Maru and being sent over here to where that original command center was. But, you know, with Maru being behind like this, JOGUNSHOP has 2 operational bases. I gotta wonder if there's really much, you know, Maru can do, or if this is really a game where JOGUNSHOP has to make a big mistake.
It's a good question, and with him adding another factory, it feels a little bit more like that. But this is
big drop
big
coming
move.
over here,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
going into the main.
Now that is really quick. JOGUNSHOP turning around to deal with this, and when you turn around to deal with it, that's quite a committal, man. You have to get in there and kill it off, and then you're out of position. You've lost a lot of time, and a lot of buildings
Oh
are
my God, he's going down with these medevacs.
Oh, no.
And these
JOGUNSHOP.
Marines are not getting unloaded quickly enough.
No, that you can't drop Marines on Marines, tasteless.
No.
This is turning big time
like he's
in
gonna
Maru's
boost.
favor.
Oh my God, he's going to be able to get over here to this expansion. What the hell is happening?
Maru is tearing JOGUNSHOP apart, even dropping his Marines near these siege tanks, joining up his entire
Dude,
army.
this is crazy, man. I can't believe how well he's actually done this.
A huge swing into Maru's favor right now. JOGUNSHOP trying to reposition his tanks, trying to reposition his Marines, and just now he's contained. Yeah, he has 3 bases still.
Drop coming in over here towards the main, but he's going to cut down that medevac! Or not. Sorry, got really excited there.
JOGUNSHOP's in a terrible spot, man. He's way down in Marines. He's way down in medevacs. His economy is, you know, it's okay, but he lost so much of his production and everything. I'm liking Maru's position more and more.
And JOGUNSHOP has gotten in here with his 1 drop up here, and the second now here inside Maru's main. This is dicey. And he's going to stim and actually go forward here. That's too many Marines. The tanks are gone. Before I can even finish that sentence.
You could actually move those tanks up right now and easily take out this planetary.
He absolutely could. Looks like JOGUNSHOP wants to try to hit from 2 sides here.
Maru resetting up. He has that medevac spotting for the high ground for any siege tanks coming in. Big spread of siege tanks to hit this planetary with. Now, JOGUNSHOP does have another group of Marines from that big drop he did in the main base.
Are they
over on the side?
They're mined out at their seconds, right?
Basically, yeah. There's like a little tiny bit of minerals left there.
So we have one of the last orbitals now coming over here. Oh, no, I think actually Maru does win this. He's going to be able to get his 3rd up easily. And JOGUNSHOP is contained. Funny, because I really thought JOGUNSHOP was going to win this when I saw that contained there in the center.
That's, well, you know, JOGUNSHOP, he got himself way far ahead and then kind of fell back to even and got himself way far ahead again. But this is just kind of showing something that I think is just a fact here. Maru is a stronger player overall than JOGUNSHOP. JOGUNSHOP is obviously a great Terran, but you know, Maru being the reigning champion of WCS Korea, there is a big difference in that. You know, we can see like his fundamentals. He knows what to do. A lot of his engagements are just better.
He's solid, man. I mean, I am so surprised by how he turned this completely around.
But hold on, JOGUNSHOP is definitely not dead yet. He's he's getting closer to dead, but
watch how slowly his minerals are rising here at the upper right side of our screen.
Yeah, it's pretty weak, but he's continuing to drop a bit. And if Maru does one poor engagement here, if JOGUNSHOP gets one really good one, it turns back around.
Ready to tear down these rocks here. And, yeah, I mean, you got one guy with a oh, sick.
Well, that's pretty powerful, but hold on, he's right here, stimming forward, getting on top of these siege tanks. In the meantime, his siege tanks killing the Marines on the high ground. And, well, there's a pretty decent engagement there, but Maru has so many more Marines right now. He has 70 Marines total, 8 medevacs, but he is down by 4 siege tanks.
Well, there's another push that can come out here. Oh, looks like he thought twice about that since he knew that there was this drop that was kind of controlling his position here. All 4 medevacs do get out.
JOGUNSHOP does not have much left at this point, Tasteless.
Well, JOGUNSHOP is not mining. Yeah, that's the real issue. For every engagement that JOGUNSHOP manages to pull off, he doesn't have, a cash flow where he can remake his army. I think we're about to see this game end here.
Well, I think you are right, Tasteless. That's quite a flank indeed. GG Maru looking superior in every sense. This kid cannot be stopped. You looked absolutely fantastic in these first couple games, Tasteless. The reigning champion going for his second. Wow. One thing I do really want to point out as well that I really love that I saw in Maru's base that there wasn't really much time to point out. Once JOGUNSHOP did that push and kind of like JOGUNSHOP forced it into a game where neither of them would get a ton of bases and a ton of income. It was just that was the type of game that JOGUNSHOP decided that they were going to play. And Maru adjusted to that by dropping a ton of extra supplies. Because, when you're only mining on like 1-2 bases for most of the game, and kind of your economy is stunted from a normal game, mules make you mine out faster. And that's an issue, whereas the mule doesn't gain you any actual minerals, it just gets you your minerals faster. Whereas this is a much more positional game where they're not going to be able to mine as many minerals overall. A dropped supply is like gaining 100 minerals every time you do it instead of mining out a bit quicker. So, really nice by Maru.
I'm actually just very smitten over that last game. That was just
it was really a strong comeback.
It was a lot of back and forth there. Even that last engagement, Maru didn't do it perfectly. Or not the final engagement, the one where he had siege tanks in the low ground and went to the main. They're both playing well, but Maru just keeps getting an edge here. Now, Maru's going to have to win one more game. That's it. Otherwise, basically, JOGUNSHOP has to win every single game from here on out, or he's out.
And with the players that Maru took out last season, with the fact that he took out Rain 4-2, I think there's a decent chance that he can just roll right through Deer and hit that finals again. How crazy.
I didn't expect the games to look like this, but
how awesome would it be? Maru Sulky finals, Season 1, WCS Korea champion versus
cool.
Season 2 WCS Korea champion in Season 3.
Well, we're going to go to game number 3 here after this short break, so don't go anywhere.